John Millman still to come tonight against Roger Federer. As with so many of these young Australians, they grew up idolising Roger Federer. Tonight, John Millman, as I said, who's had 3 wins total on the ATP Tour, plays a man who's got 17 majors. At 33 years of age, Roger Federer keeps on keeping on. Ron and Shona, John's parents, who live close by in Brisbane, they'll be in the arena tonight. Let's learn a little bit more about the 25-year-old local.
It's not every day you get to play against Roger Federer. I think he's an incredible character on and off the court, and he's done so much for the game. So someone like that, you've got to, savour in the moment, and I'm going to enjoy it out there. But also, I'm there to compete and to play my best, and to push him. I do train here, and I'm very familiar with the surroundings and don't live too far away. So I'll draw upon that, and no, it makes it more special. I think when you walk on court, you can't play anyone's reputation. You start off at 0-all, so I'll definitely be going out there to give it my all and just to make proud of all my supporters who come out in their droves to watch. So I'm really looking forward to it. My mate's giving me tips from, he beat him the other day on topspin tennis, so yeah, I'll definitely listen to what he has to say.
Well, he's a cult hero in these parts. He's a local. He trains on these courts. He's making his way onto Pat Rafter Arena. The great one follows him. Millman and Federer next. Two popular men, one court. It's all coming up very soon from Brisbane on 7-2.
An outstanding young 19-year-old, Roger Federer, who hadn't won a match here at Wimbledon prior to this year. He's putting together an outstanding year. The first meeting between them, Federer to serve.
15 love.
Well, what an impressive start by Roger Federer, as there are some young men who are born to perform on centre stage.
15, 14. Thank you. He's done it.
19 years of age, in his first ever appearance on the centre court of Wimbledon, he has played a magnificent match, but maybe the baton in tennis has passed to a new generation.
Well, he's done it. Roger Federer becomes the first Swiss man to win a Grand Slam title. What an effort. Overcome by emotion, Newt. What a wonderful victory.
So happy that Wimbledon is his first one.
Well, he finishes it off.
2004 United States Open champion. That's it. The domination continues. It's 5 in a row. Fantastic, Federer.
Well, he's done it. The Federer dream has come true.
Something you've dreamt about as a little kid.
Not again. No! Well, what a way to bring up your 800th career match win.
Oh my goodness. Come on, Roger. That's a joke.
He's done it! History is made for Federer and for Switzerland. The first ever Davis Cup title.
Well, if longevity is a measure of greatness, Roger is truly great. If he wins Brisbane here, he notches up win number 1,000. John Millman, he's had 3 wins on the ATP Tour. And Jeff Masters, John Fitzgerald, I enjoyed reading in the paper today when John Millman said one of my mates is an avid topspin tennis player on the Xbox. He reckons he beat Roger the other day. I'll call him for some tips. Welcome, guys. Big night.
Thank you, Hamish. Yes, you can take a tip anywhere you can if you want a chance of beating Roger Federer and Fitzy. The record is quite superb, isn't it? I mean, 17 Grand Slams, more than anybody else. 302 weeks at world #1. Doesn't get much better than that.
No, 8 runners-up in Grand Slams, Jeff. He's got 20 Masters Series event wins and 16 finals. He's done everything. And this year, or at the end of last year, he topped it off with a Davis Cup title for the first time. And look, it's complete. That record will stand the test of time. It may never be beaten. If it is, it'll be by someone who's out of this world like Roger is.
What a moment for Brisbane's John Millman. The warm-up is complete. The nerves are still jangling. Millman to get us underway.
Love 15.
Nice to see John just get off to a good start, wouldn't it? Get his name on the scoreboard in this first game. Let his nerves settle a little bit.
15 all.
A big moment in his career for John Millman here.
Sort of tennis that Federer has been playing more consistently lately. That is coming to the net more often, and often approach shots like that. It's no wonder it stayed so low, so difficult to get the ball up and back down into the court off.
I think the good news for John here is that he's got a lot of practice and a first-round match under his belt. Of course, it's Mark Draper there in the middle, brother of Scott Draper. Warmed John Millman up earlier. It was Gary Stickler next to him, Pat Rafter's old coach. He's smooth, isn't he? Ends up a break point straight away. Look, Millman's got a match under his belt here, and he practices at the stadium a lot, so it's a small advantage for him. But gee, just the presence of the guy down the other end, it gets your heart rate up.
Well, John Millman, people will know that this time last year he was having shoulder surgery, and August of 2014 his ranking was 1100, and he's now down at 153 in those few short months that he got back on tour.
Advantage, Federer.
You mentioned, Fitzy, that this is John Millman's practice ground, really, but Roger's been here for several days as well. This is his first match, but he's been working out consistently over the last 4 or 5 days here.
Well, great players seem to have a lot of time, don't they? And it was almost in slow motion there that Federer had time to hit this volley. Just great presence, and they see the ball early. Beautiful technique on the backhand volley. One more break point.
Came back brilliantly in 2014, Roger Federer, after an average 2013 by his standards. Won 4 titles, finished world number 2.
Oh, that's a joke. Can't tell you how difficult it is to do that. You move forward so quickly, and you have to control the racket face with the ball just above court height here. Just gets it above the court. To do that, take the speed off it, that's a rare talent. Good effort from Millman.
I sold Roger short just a moment ago. He won 5 titles, of course, in 2014, and pushed hard for the #1 ranking towards the end of the year. So, 33 years of age, still very much at the forefront of the game.
Please, thank you.
That pump of the fist from John Millman there. He's as solid as a rock from the back of the court. He's missed a few balls in this game that he wouldn't normally miss because of who's down the other end, I'm sure. But he's not afraid to trade ground strokes with anybody.
Oh, he's made it. Super effort. That'll give the young man from Brisbane some confidence. Opening game. Seven minutes of
first game.
Quality from both players. Last passing shot was a beauty, and there's Dad, Ron, and sisters all in the crowd. There's lots of them here.
That's a beautiful thing.
John only started the game really because his 4 sisters were playing when he was a kid.
Roger Federer to serve.
Sisters.
Yeah.
I guess that means you've been surrounded by women your whole life, really.
They're a lovely family, let me tell you. They're a delightful family. This is John. He does everything.
He is.
With complete determination, commitment. That's unfortunate.
Look, in a way, I mean, he hits the ball so well and solidly, John Millman. It's possibly a way to help play Roger into a bit of form, though. That's because he does like to strike the ball consistently with heaviness from the back of the court, John. That's his game.
That is an exquisite volley. Absolutely exquisite. Edberg-esque.
40 love. Game Federer.
A very quick hold. 1-all.
Quickly to the Hopman Cup, the United States taking on the Czech Republic, and well, Serena Williams won the first. You see here the tiebreaker, Safarova serving for the Czech Republic. Long ball from Williams. The set apiece. That was a few minutes ago. It is now live on 7mate, or if you would like to continue watching 7-2, you can watch it on your phone or your tablet. Just download the 7 Sport app.
At 15 love.
He's got to be happy with this start, John Millman. He came up with wonderful defence. The shot prior to this one, got it low at the feet, gave Federer no options.
Mr. Millman challenged the call. At the baseline, ball is called out.
This may well be one of the very few times John's had Hawkeye on any court, certainly not in the challenges he was playing over the last 4 months up in Asia and regional Australia. And it's good. It's a good challenge.
He's got an eye of a hawk. So Roger, very sportingly there. A lot of players would have walked back and tried to con the umpire into playing that point again, I think.
Net for service.
But he very sportingly stood there. He knew what ethically was right. Stood in the first court, conceded the point to his opponent. Sign of the man's character.
Wouldn't expect anything else from a man who's won the Stefan Edberg Sportsmanship Award 10 times.
Oh, that's a rocket. That's his bread and butter, Millman. He likes a target. And he likes thumping the ball from both wings.
40 love.
Obviously not the variety of the guy down the other end, but he certainly does that well.
My 40-15.
What a good start from John Millman. We're on serve, 2-1, Millman. Not been overawed by the occasion, John Millman. First service game lasted over 7 minutes. He got through it. He's held for a second time. Millman's leading 2-1.
Love 15.
Such an underrated serve, I think Federer possesses. No one really talks about that 15. Too much. You know, I mean, they think of Sampras's serve now. They think of Raonic and Groth and these, but this serve is incredibly good. Not the biggest in the world of tennis, but so accurate, and when it matters most, it's awesome.
14-15.
I'd say that about just about every aspect of his game, can't you? That there's probably not one shot that is the best in the world, but all of them are pretty close to it.
Game.
All right, quick hole for Federer, 2-all.
Well, we've seen Roger Federer with Dolphins. Have a look at this. The Dolphins to the dots. This is Roger today at the Gallery of Modern Art here in Brisbane. He sent out the tweet, "I should have worn a matching shirt." Hard to get a shirt that matches that. He is a well-rounded man. He does so much. He speaks 6 languages. He's got the Roger Federer Foundation, and we know what he does on the court. He is a complete individual.
Love 15.
John Millman prioritised his education before he got out on tour. He was a student at Church of England Grammar School here in Brisbane, a private boys' school. Mum and Dad are teachers, so they all made sure the education was the first priority.
$13-15.
Well, you talk about his repertoire of shots and his shot making, Jeff. That forehand's hard to beat. There's not many forehands in the world like that, is there? He has such versatility with it. He can hit it either way, and vicious topspin there. And he just knows when to move forward. His first step is so quick. The rest of his movement then looks unhurried. Great play from Johnny Millman, though. Coming forward himself, that's good to see.
It is good to see, because the volleys have never been Johnson's strength.
13.
But you come in off such a good approach shot. You just need to be solid. Nothing flash needed.
Game.
So John Millman holds again. 3-2 he leads. Johnny Millman with his Very large band of supporters here, and why not? They're very vocal. Crowd's having a great time.
$15 love.
He's playing some excellent tennis here, John Millman. He's moving well. He's returning serve well. He's got just the slightest opening here. And now that opening just got considerably bigger. Again, off a very good return.
And it's in the middle of the set too, not too early. If he gets a break here, he's not far.
15-14.
Well, against most players, you wouldn't be far from the finish line in the first set. It's still a long way with Roger, but this would be a big statement here. And you had Roger's attention there. There was a bit of racket head speed on that forehand.
And very quick footwork as well. Intent on getting into the very best position possible. Doesn't like having his service broken by anybody.
Yeah, Mr. Federer challenged the call. White's in the service line. Ball is called out.
Well, Roger obviously thinks it's in, but he knows even if it is, he'll have to play two here.
Probably, and he'll be disappointed because realistically, John would not have had a play on it, and the umpire has said so, and John's accepted the call.
Well, a sign of John's character also.
Advantage.
Because my instinct was that he had a play on that ball.
You think so?
Well, he got his racket on it. He may not have had an effective play, but I would have thought the rules would say he might have a second chance at that.
It's all moot now as Federer steps up the serve, and 15-40 came and went very quickly. 3-all.
Quickly to the Hopman Cup. It's in the third set between Lucy Safarova and Serena Williams. It is tight. It is on serve. 3 apiece. Just a reminder, it is on 7, mate. And the winner of this match, or this tie rather, between the United States and the Czech Republic, goes on to win the group and go into the final of the Hopman Cup. So on serve in the West, 3 apiece.
If we can remember back a couple of years ago, John Millman played Andy Murray here on one of the opening nights of the Brisbane International. He put in a stellar performance. He was not intimidated at all by a player who was ranked in the top 4 at the time. And he's showing the same sort of commitment and lack of, well, not concern, but he's certainly not intimidated, is he, here, so far? Good signs from him. As soon as you drop the ball short to Roger Federer, his movement forward and back in the court is just exceptional. And if you ever have the camera or you're sitting on the baseline watching him play, he can defend a ball from 2 meters behind the baseline, and within a split second he's 2 meters inside, knocking off the forehand.
$14-15. Let's the service. 40-30.
Side that John's been less consistent with, the forehand. Just has this tendency to lift up at the moment of impact, which is a bit of a sign of lacking in confidence.
So I like that play, and that's something Pete Sampras used to do a lot. I mean, Roger misses this one, but at deuce or 30 all in the middle or latter stages of a set, Sampras would do that all the time, and it was like a shock tactic. Brought a lot of points his way on big moments.
John Millman still steady as a rock on serve. 4-3 he leads. Great man, Muhammad Ali, not well at the moment. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee was his motive, and that's very much Roger Federer on the tennis court.
Love 15.
So a tiny bit of rust there for Roger. You don't see that too often. There's the serve. Love 15, big point.
15
he hits it in a really small area. That's a rare talent also, to be able to be so accurate when it matters. He does it incredibly well.
Box.
Sometimes that whole service box looks small to me.
30-15.
John Millman trying something different then. I like that, but it looked a little bit awkward, as if it's not something he does consistently.
Fox, yeah, right.
Well, unsurprisingly, John Millman is covering the court very well. He's getting into position quickly off some of Roger's more aggressive ground strokes and setting himself, getting good height on the ball and keeping the point alive. 30 all.
(40-30).
Little extra heat on that serve, so we're all tied up at 4.
Important rubber in the West. The Americans trying to win 3-zip to go through to the final. The Czechs just needing to win the tie. It is on serve. Serena Williams. Hold serve. 5-4. Deep in the third. All on 7, mate. Just a reminder, if you want to keep watching 7-2, download the 7 Sport app. Watch it on your phone or your tablet as you watch Roger Federer and John Millman.
Well, he is a bit rusty, isn't he? He's missing a few balls here. First match on this centre court again this year. And Millman, like we said, has a match under his belt. Does a lot of his work here on these courts in Tennyson. Yeah, that ball's too short, Johnny. I think he might have even said that to himself. Drop that short and let Roger run around his backhand. I mean, he can't generate this amount of power from his backhand side, Federer. This is his dangerous shot. As great as his one-hander is, that forehand hurts you. So better depth. Better depth. That set up a return that was short, in fact, from Federer, and Millman deals with it beautifully.
30 on.
He'd be annoyed with that miss. The slice down the line was designed to get Millman to hit forehand cross court to Federer's strength, and he couldn't wait to jump on that, hit it down the line, but the net got in the way. Game point, Millman.
Well, he's just not as comfortable in there, is he, Johnny Millman? If he comes in, he wants to come in on something that is an easy put-away volley. I mean, if you hit the ball straight to Federer's forehand and come in a defensive mode, well, the odds are not with you.
Oh, he's just missed it.
Unlucky. I mean, he struck that ball beautifully, Millman.
Advantage.
And heavy trading of ground strokes there from both players. He thought he had the gap.
Federer getting a really good percentage of first serves in, John.
Use
73%. That's helping his cause enormously.
Advantage. Millman.
They've both had break point opportunities, but haven't been able to convert. Millman, 5-4, he leads first set.
Kissing in the hallway. Turn off all the lights.
Love 15.
You're sort of caught between a rock and a hard place, aren't you, if you're John Millman? I mean, you, as popular as you are in Brisbane, what if you beat Roger Federer?
Well, he's got the door open again here.
Yeah, this is getting interesting in the first set now.
Love 30.
Two, 3, he had 15-40. Couldn't get it done. And now he has love 40. The approach shot nowhere near good enough. John Millman says, thank you, I'll take that. Set points.
Love 40.
Well, there's the serve we talked about. Love 40, 3 set points. He hits it on the line, Federer.
Ace number 3.
Net for service.
To be the one to determine the winner of that point, didn't he? He didn't want to just rally. Wanted to back himself, Millman, but he was deep in the court there. That was a tough shot.
30-40.
He's enjoying himself, isn't he? Why not? Still 1 set point remaining.
Deuce.
Well, they don't come around too often, big opportunities like that. It pays to seize those opportunities when they're there. Back to deuce.
Advantage, Federer. Deuce. Shot. Mr. Millman challenged the call, left far sideline, ball is called out.
Well, it's the line farthest from John, so this is a little bit more of hope than anything else. Oh, and it's a good call. He has got Hawkeyes.
He has.
Replay point.
So the reason they're replaying it obviously is because Roger had a play on that ball. Deuce again.
Superb lob, absolutely superb, and it needed to be.
Advantage, Millman.
For the 4th time, the young man from Brisbane has a set point. Missed it. He hesitated for a moment. Can you believe it? Millman, first set against the world number 2, 6-4. Set tucked away under his belt and serves what appears to be an ace. First point of the second. It's all going swimmingly for John Millman at the moment. The statistic that's really quite telling at the moment is that John Millman is winning 75% of points on second serve, which is quite amazing, and that's unlikely to continue, I would suggest.
Yeah, so what you're suggesting is that he's winning from the back of the court. Once the ball's in play, he's winning 75% of the rallies.
Yeah, I mean, if you're winning 50% of points on second serve, you're doing quite well. 73% is 75% is quite extraordinary. So 40 love.
(40-15).
Millman. Liani indicating it's long, so Millman takes the opening game of the second set. It's the first set. Plenty of good stuff from both players, but Millman had his share of great stuff.
Well, he really did, and you know, you expect him to. This is where his forte is, staying back. I mean, he went in on that occasion, but the majority of times he's at the back of the court and he just trades ground strokes. And he wasn't intimidated by Roger from the back of the court. Needed a little bit of help there at the end to get over the line, but Roger's first match, he gave him the odd free point. He deserves to be up in the scoreboard, Millman. Can't imagine Roger would be enjoying this right now. You know, the problem though you face against a great player is if he does sneak a break early in the second set, Federer, he's likely to just go up 2 gears. So that's the danger.
(40 love).
Federer. A statement there from Federer. Very quick hold. 1 game all.
1 game all.
In the West, Serena Williams found herself in a bit of bother, but as she so often does, she's got herself back square with Safarova. Safarova was serving for the match, and the rubber, Williams. Breaks back. So to the break we go in the third.
15 love.
Oh, that's excellent from John Millman. The backhand has worked a treat, and every game, Fitzy, that he can hold here,
30 love.
given that he's serving first, just builds pressure on Federer. The set behind, and if Millman keeps holding, Federer's playing catch-up tennis. He can't afford to take big risks. Brilliant.
Yeah, the backhand, you're right, Jeff. It's on fire, isn't it? He's getting it from A to B very quickly, just out hitting Roger, particularly if they're in a backhand-to-backhand duel across court. His ball is going faster through the air. He's growing in confidence here.
It's John Millman's best game yet. 2-1 he leads, and a set.
The last of the lost boys have thrown in the
Time.
This crowd certainly enjoying the contest and a little stunned, I suspect. Federer has made too many unforced errors, 21 of them in fact at this stage. Only 11 winners. Millman by comparison, 13 winners, 11 unforced errors. So Federer's going to have to tighten up his game. There, the white cap on, the
15 love.
Status Cup coach and part-time coach of Federer as well, with a concerned look.
Out. 15
Not
all.
coming in on very good approach shots at the moment, Roger, either, is he?
Well, look, he's had some tennis in the off-season. He's played some matches, and he's been here since last
Saturday, I think.
Saturday, yeah, a lot of days. But no doubt, first match of the new season, there's just a little bit of rustiness, and you lose a bit of confidence at the big moments sometimes. And this is getting interesting now, Jeff. Very.
$15, 30. Yeah.
Oh, well, another fabulous return from John Millman. He said during the week that the plus he has is that there's so many tapes that he can sit and watch Roger Federer. But of course, Roger, I'm sure, has not seen John Millman play before. So
right now, I think Roger's in a little bit of a shock too.
He's looking down the barrel. Break points, Millman. And he's made it. Outstanding. 3-1. Well, passing shots don't come much.
Millman leads 3 games to 1.
Now, that's as good as it gets. He just has to start controlling his emotions a little bit now, though. You know, the tempo of the whole stadium's gone up. Look, the people are starting to talk to him. He needs to just concentrate and think of the next point. John, keep his heart rate down.
Love 15.
It's sort of interesting, though, isn't it? The crowd are dead quiet between points. They're in a bit of shock also.
Mr. Millman changed the call. Left baseline. What is called out?
So Mohamed Layani didn't overrule it. He was happy enough with the call, but it gets the back of the line.
15 on.
Wow.
Anything close has gone his way.
Is it one of those nights, Jeff?
Could be.
He's got Roger on the ropes here.
30-15. Mr. Millman changes the call. Baseline.
Roger just with a wry grin, because here's another challenge, and I think this may very well go John's way as well. No.
Call stands.
I'm not sure Roger knew, though.
No, he wasn't sure.
30 all. Mr. Millman, 2 challenges remaining.
Halfway through that rally, I was thinking, how good is Federer? Because Millman was pounding the ball into his backhand, his weaker side. He finally gets a chance to get around and hit a forehand and puts Johnny on the run straight away. Top class stuff.
30-40.
Well, it was timely though, wasn't it? It was a big moment. 3-1, 30 all. Federer, break back point. Just wonderful ground stroking from John Millman.
Well, it's subconscious, isn't it, for John Millman? He's done this his whole life. He stood back. He's been grinding away from the back of the court all his tennis life, and it's second nature to him.
That's an example there of the rust that you mentioned, just totally mistiming that forehand, looking to be aggressive. Couldn't time it, so big moment here. Chance for a 4-1 lead for Millman.
Well, the question is being asked, no doubt about that. And if Roger's to win this match, he's going to have to step it up and play some extraordinary points like we just saw. First bit of emotion from Roger Federer. So 2 awfully good points in a row. That is just top shelf. Got to change that direction with the one hand.
Oh, well, Federer, he's had to go up another gear. He's broken back. On serve in the second. Millman 3-2.
Time.
Well, it's a mighty important game. Mark that down. And Cal, good mate of yours and mine, Fitchy. John Millman, goodness me, well done. Rips the first set from Roger Federer and earned every piece of it. Very high level of tennis from @Darren Cale to #7Sport. Absolutely, Darren. Couldn't agree more.
Love 15.
Federer's being pressured because of the returning quality of John Millman. He's really been quite dynamic in that regard. All of a sudden again, Federer struggling on serve. Love 30. Well, just when it looked as if Federer might have gone up another gear.
Right now he's thinking, where did this guy come from?
Yeah. Well, love 40.
Sorry, Jeff, even that pass was just perfect, wasn't it, really, from Millman?
Absolutely. And Federer made it look rather simple. It was anything
40.
but.
There's a little genius in that. I thought Federer had gone the wrong way there coming in. I was waiting for the off forehand before this volley to come in down the line. He goes back and gives Millman a chance to pass, but look at that.
Still one to save.
Well, last game. And this one?
Yeah, had points to go ahead, 4-1 Millman. He's had points here to go ahead, 4-2. And that's an ace.
Advantage. Federer.
It happens so quickly too, doesn't it?
Mr. Federer changed the corner left center service line. What is called fault. Second service.
Missed by a whisker.
Serving and volleying once or twice just to change it up. Federer, he's back. 3-all.
Quickly to the Hopman Cup and to the West, and Serena Williams has dug herself out of trouble and put the US up. One rubber to love. Safarova pushing the forehand long. 8-6 in the breaker in the third. Let's get back to Brisbane and Millmania.
John's first double fault of the match. He's really looking to apply a lot of pressure.
Love 30.
Now, Federer.
Well, he's got a little bit of momentum, hasn't he? He's just trying to rush Millman now, get him off guard. Tough to chip and charge from that second court with the ball jumping like that to a one-handed backhand, but he's good enough to do it.
Mr. Millman challenge the call.
So if this serve is wide, Jeff, I won't be surprised at all to see Federer come in. If it's a second serve here, which it is,
Court stance, second serve.
I'd be surprised to see him come in again.
Well, he did, and I think that was a very good play from Millman. He went straight at Federer.
Mr. Millman has one challenge remaining.
Yeah, look, the serve was good enough to stop Roger getting much on the chip. It was too light, wasn't it? But he's trying to intimidate him here. So the serve's just lightened up a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, missing some first serves all of a sudden, and the second serve is just lacking penetration.
15,
and depth. That was very
40.
short, and sitting up saying, please hit me.
Good answer.
30, 40.
The match. Super lunge and pressure personified from Federer. He's turned it around from a 3-1 deficit, now leading 4-3.
I'm setting fire to the life that I know. Let's start everywhere that we go. We're starting fires till the lights are burning.
Well, Roger Federer has had to bring out all of his many years of experience because he was in a world of trouble. Now serving with a break. Made it.
See, that backhand tonight's been lethal, hasn't it?
Absolutely. He's getting good margin, cross court, good depth. Then when he gets a little bit of an opening, says now's the time, pulls the trigger.
Fifteen-all.
So the variety of Federer kicking in and enabling him to
30-15.
manufacture this comeback. but it doesn't take much, does it? John's probably just dropped off the perch slightly. Maybe 5%. Roger's lifted 5. And that's turned this second set around.
Left for service.
Aggressive second serve there from Federer. 5-3 now, second set.
Interesting tweet from Jamie Murray, Andy Murray's older brother. Remember, John Millman took a set off Andy Murray here at the International a couple of years back. He's a machine, says Jamie Murray. If he can stay fit, he'll finish top 50. He's watching on. Make sure you download the 7 Sport app or go to 7sport.com.au to join in the chat. It is all there.
So a nice compliment there.
Certainly is.
15 love.
This is where Federer is trying to assert his authority, trying to use a little intimidation. I mean that in the best possible sense, but you've got to project an image that you're in control.
They're trying to make a statement, wasn't he?
15.
There's Mark Draper on the left, Gary Stickler on the right.
Staying injury-free, I think it's been an issue for John that in the past it's not that he's not worked hard enough, it's that he's worked too hard. He's got to find a way to work smarter, not necessarily harder. And that's good. Clip the line. As far as the shoulder's concerned, apparently there are times he literally go out and practice his serve for 2.5, 3 hours at a time. And
right.
That's just overdoing it.
Till the arm drops off.
Yep.
Well, a bit of a brain fade from Rod. You don't see that too often. He had the court open.
Roger Federer is about to serve for the second set, and over in the West on 7 made it in the Hopman Cup. Serena Williams won the first rubber in this tie between the States and the Czech Republic, and it's on serve John Isner and Adam Pavlicek in the men's singles. You can watch on 7 Mate or download the app, watch on your phone or your tablet. Let's go back to Roger and John.
Well, he does tend to get very deep in the court, doesn't he? He plays a lot of his tennis back there, John. A bit dangerous to get back that far against Federer.
Mr. Federer, change the call. Left near side, what is called out. Call stands. 15-all. (30-15). Mr. Federer has one challenge remaining.
Some important points here, Jeff, aren't they? A little bit casual there from Rog.
Well, I think we saw the last point of the last game that the concentration has just ebbed a little. Can't relax here. Because if Roger Federer thinks John Millman is going to go away, he will soon learn that he won't. John Millman.
30-40.
Push to the limit on every single point. So break back point here to take it to 5-all.
First return just a fraction short. That's all it takes. So Federer gets the forehand there and inside the baseline at his end. Look out. Well, we did see a fist pump after this point, and that's an indication that Rogers, or that Millman's got Rogers' attention.
Set point. That's long.
Second set.
We are tied up at a set apiece, and 20 minutes ago it was looking that was not going to be likely. So Federer, he's back. Third set to come. Federer knows how close he was to being a first-round casualty. Set 3-1 and points for 4-1.
Millman
Federer was able to turn it around. So let's see how John Millman can regroup here. Serving first. Third set. As you said, Fitzy, I think Johnny Millman's just become a little deep in the court, and early on he was holding the baseline and being a little bit more authoritative.
Oops.
Yeah, this is dangerous straight away for Johnny Millman now. Don't give the great man too many, any loose rein here. He can start galloping away. Love 30.
15-30.
Gee, bad mistake though from Roger there. Serve was a little bit short. He tried to take it inside, didn't he? The baseline, but completely mistiming that one. We're not happy, Federer, on this occasion.
40-30.
Love 30. He was really wanting to push the envelope and an early statement, but a couple of unforced errors, and Millman now at 40-30. And yet another unforced error. So all not going according to Hoyle for Federer. Millman opening game, third set.
First game, final set.
Second set, Fitzy. It was tight, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember this set so much for the highlights, Jeff, but for the tension. I mean, there was a lot of great shot making, no doubt. But I think what stood out for me was the fact that we're on the precipice here. Johnny Millman was on the precipice of maybe beating the great man, and there was tension from start to finish. And at one stage, he was down 3-2, love 40, and earlier down
3-1, 40-15.
Correct. So a lot of tension. It's still hanging in the air. He's just made 4 errors in a row, Roger.
Love 15.
Yeah, you know, there's been a break between 2014 and early 2015, and Federer had to work so hard emotionally in that second set. He's just had a little lapse here the last half a game.
$15. 30-15.
Great return to set up this potential pass, and he does nothing wrong with that either, John Millman. Great spin on that ball.
We're starting to pick on the Millman forehand a little bit more.
40-30.
Offensively, but defensively. 1-1.
Tomorrow, Bernard Tomic and Kei Nishikori, Sam Groth and Milos Raonic, and James Duckworth will play either Roger Federer or John Millman. He beat Jarkko Nieminen, the Flying Finn, earlier. He was down and out in the second. He won it in a breaker. He won the deciding set 6-3, huge win to the Newcastle Knights fan. He's on tomorrow night against either Roger or John.
Well, Millman, they're having to move forward, not quite as comfortable in that part of the court, is he? Just overplaying the backhand. I'm not sure he looks totally mentally fresh to me, Roger.
That's such a good play, but it was made possible, wasn't it, from the shortness or the lack of depth on the serve from Millman. It started to just drop off a bit, the quality of his serve.
I think Stefan Edberg's had an influence there, no doubt. He would have said come in a bit more from that first call on big points. Too good. Gee, the first ball through the air looked like it might miss, but catching the back of the line, and Millman with the second forehand like a laser.
30.
Oh, that backhand has been superb.
You made a comment earlier, John Millman won't go away, Jeff, and Federer's going to have to beat him here tonight. He's not going to beat himself. He's going to have to lift his game again in this third set to win. See how deep Millman is in the court? That's why he drags it into the net. It has an influence anyway.
Deuce. Advantage, Millman.
Good stuff from John Millman. He's still a chance here in this match. 2-1 he leads. Third set.
Millman is 2 games.
Like a lighthouse waiting for shipwrecks. I'm not impressed with what I've been shown. I'm never finished with
Johnny Millman loves the band The Killers and the Temper Trap. He's a bit of a killer here tonight. There might yet be a giant killer. Federer serving to stay in touch.
15 love.
He made the point a moment ago as they sat down that Roger looked a little tired.
I think so.
Mentally?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, he had a long year, didn't he? That's a trademark there. No, finished the year off with one of his ambitions, I'm sure, winning the Davis Cup, but that takes you so deep into the season.
30,
everyone else
15.
is resting by then.
And it's emotionally draining. You know what it's like playing for your country. It is really emotionally draining.
The noise in those Davis Cup finals. There's like 25,000 people there.
Biggest crowd ever.
Yep.
At a Davis Cup we're talking about.
40, 15.
Just beautiful. And you also made the comment, Jeff, that this is dangerous territory. He's serving second, which has an influence. And if Federer blinks here at the wrong time, things could go pear-shaped.
Federer.
All right. Getting deeper into this third set.
Pear-shaped things.
No one's made a statement. Yes, 2-all.
In the West, it is on serve. John Isner for the United States taking on Adam Pavlicek. 5-4. Serena Williams won the first rubber in 3. Let's go back to Federer and John.
Love 15.
From John Millman's point of view, I know I've mentioned it a couple of times, but the amount of meters behind the baseline he finds himself in so often in these rallies now is increasing.
And a lot of it's because of what's just happening here now, missing more first serves than was the case earlier.
Book, didn't he?
Yeah. But when you miss first serves against someone at Federer's level, you start having to react. You can't be proactive. You're always having to react, and it's not allowing John to take any initiative. So Federer, up 30.
$15, 30.
Furious with himself, Federer, when he misses that. The head rocks back.
30-all.
He's trying desperately hard to make this breakthrough.
Yeah, by his standards, that's a bad miss. I mean, it was about a third of a metre down the net there. Missed by a long way. He's challenged there. And Johnny Millman indicating it's in. Call was too quick, and I think the linesman's got it wrong here. They'll replay the point.
Replay the point.
Just got a little nervy on that one, the linesperson. Happens to us all. But that hurts Roger, because he had the upper hand in that point.
Oh, good stuff. He's back to taking some initiative, John Millman. Or taking the initiative.
It's so good to see him play this well, isn't it? On a big stage against the great player.
movement is just so easy and so fluid. Gets across to the forehand so quickly. That's what made the shot look so simple.
So as well as he's played here, Johnny Millman,
Federer
just takes one false step, doesn't it? Clutch.
Deuce.
I just wondered if Federer tried to hit that chip really short then to make Millman move forward, but he was good enough to hit a terrific backhand to get out of trouble, and then it presented with that high one there. It's an easy one for him, but not under pressure though. Well, I think he changed his mind, didn't he, Roger? I thought he was going to step in and come over that last one, Jeff, and he just changed his mind and tried to float it. I think.
Johnny Millman was just happy to go toe-to-toe with him there. 18 shots in the rally. This would be a big hole for Millman because Federer has been really committed to this game.
That's the advantage of having the variety and the ability to come in like that when the opposition least expects it. It just causes a bit of panic. We may not see a better shot than that this summer.
Wow, Johnny Millman's was fabulous. I thought, this is too good. That defied physics.
Advantage.
You're right.
Federer.
Genius. Break point.
Oh, John Millman, you are doing so very well. There wasn't a better choice of shot, I think, than this.
Yeah. What presence of mind Millman had there. That was a fabulous pass. Took the speed off it, made it dip. Down break point, able to do that. Playing a wonderful match here.
Oh, and again, this has been as good a game as we've seen the whole match. Both players hanging on, fighting, giving absolutely everything. Federer has been adamant that he wants this game. He's thrown everything at Millman.
Okay, you see John Millman play like this and you understand what Jamie Murray was saying.
Oh, well, tremendous stuff. Well played, both fellows. Millman holds on, 3-2 he leads.
Forcing.
magnificent night here in Brisbane, and wow, we've got almost a full moon. Not sure how that's reacting on Roger Federer and John Millman. It's certainly not doing their tennis any harm whatsoever. And certainly you're enjoying this at home as much as we are here, and everybody in Pat Rafter Arena is tennis of the highest order. Roger Federer, number 2 player in the world currently, and John Millman ranked 153. Who would have thought? Federer, 2-3, final set.
Mr. Millman changed the call. This line was calling.
So Roger believes it's wide here. Yeah, wide and long. He knew it.
$15 now.
It's the 13th backhand winner for the night from John Millman.
Well, he gets a little bit lucky, Rog. That came off the frame a fraction there. And it was intended to go short, I'm sure, but a little bit of help from his racket frame. Not sure I've ever seen him miss hit a ball like that before, Jeff, but happens to all of us.
He knew immediately that it was not the right ball to come in Roger Federer, and John Millman made him pay.
The serve saved him there, didn't it?
3 games off.
John Isner over in the West representing the United States, taking on Adam Pavlicek of the Czech Republic. In the end, it is Isner who wins the first set in a tiebreaker. Reminder, Serena Williams won the first rubber in 3 sets against Lucy Safarova. Back to the decider on Pat Rafter Arena.
There.
Love 15.
She's enjoying that first point.
Been with Rog a long time, hasn't he, Sev? Swiss Davis Cup captain for more than a decade. Finally won the silverware. Oh, goodness. So the serve has slowed a bit. That was a slow one, 138. I wonder why that was.
Just the toss gets a little bit behind him sometimes, John. On the second serve. So he hit up at the ball, but with no serious penetration.
he's opened the door here, John, hasn't he? It's almost like he's taken his foot off the throttle just a fraction.
40.
Can't let a Rolls Royce or a V8 drive through. Be very careful if there's one down the other end. 540 here.
And that's so the break has come in the 7th game. Roger Federer, 4-3, third set. Great Rod Laver, all the other stars that have participated in the Australian Summer of Tennis over the years. Federer, 4-3.
Love.
Well, he's a man that runs through the tape, is John Millman. I just hope he can do that tonight. His throttle's gone off for the last 2 games.
Federer.
Just that one poor service game at 3-4. Just be the undoing of John Millman. It's been a fabulous performance, but hard to imagine that Roger Federer, with his experience, won't drive home here. 3-5.
Love 15.
Gee whiz. No one expected him to hit that shot. I thought when he shaped like that, Jeff, he was going to hit a drop shot.
Love 30.
Some shades of Illy Nastase. He used to do that. Just shape to hit shot A and then hit shot B. Love 30.
I think Roger's got C, D, E, F and G covered as well.
Look at John, he's still fighting till the end. It's the nature of the beast, and
15-30.
Power to him. Only 54% of first serves in this set from John Millman, his worst of all 3 sets, and it's probably been his undoing. It's been quite magnificent,
15-40.
but it looks as if they all be about to come to an end. 2 match points. And it is the end. Roger Federer gets through, scrapes through.
6-4, 6-3.
3 tough sets. John Millman was superb. And it will be a moment he will remember, I'm sure, forever. 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, the number 2 seed. The number 1 seed, excuse me. Well, he was really hanging by a thread, Roger Federer. John Millman, having taken the first set, led 3-1 and 40-15. Couldn't get it done. At 3-2, Roger Federer was serving at love 40. And again, found a way to extricate himself from a very, very dicey situation. But that's what champions do. And that's what Roger Federer has been doing his entire career. Roger Federer goes through now to play another Australian, James Duckworth. He had a good win today, as both these players understandably receive a wonderful round of applause. And Roger Federer, he's going to speak with our own John Fitzgerald.
Well, Roger, knowing you, you'll have nothing to say about John Millman, and I know it'll all be complimentary. He's a wonderful kid. He's very popular here. But you must have thought you had a tiger by the tail there.
Yeah, I was under a lot of pressure. I thought I got quite lucky in the second set. He was playing great tennis till maybe the last couple of games, but I had to fight very hard. And credit to him for pushing me to the edge, because I didn't play badly. I was just feeling maybe a bit tired at times, but you know, first match of the season, you never know quite what to expect. I'm sweating like crazy, and I'm just happy we had a good match, and I got through at the end.
Yeah, I think it's the first time I've ever seen you sweat.
Yeah, it feels like second round of the first tournament of the season, and I wish it was the last match of the season. But no, I'm happy to be here, and don't worry about the sweat. It's good to get it out sometimes.
Well, we're delighted to have you. It's a special time for us in the summer down here, and when you come, I think all of Queensland, all of Australia is great. So happy to see you, Roger. What have you been doing since you've been here so far?
Been busy, been waiting till my match comes around. Got to beat the jet lag, taking care of the kids, doing stuff with them, and you know, just practicing as well, making sure I'm in good shape when the tournament comes around. And I've really enjoyed myself on and off the court. People have been unbelievably welcoming and friendly like last year, and I was hoping for the same again, and it did happen. I also have more time this year. I'm not playing the doubles, so a bit more time away from the tennis is always good.
Yeah, you haven't had a long break, have you? I mean, one of those lifelong ambitions, I'm sure, was to win the Davis Cup, and you've done it. Great achievement. Well done, by the way.
Thank you.
Great to see. I know your old friend Sev Luthi still sitting in the box there. He's been your Davis Cup captain for a long time, and that was really a wonderful thing to see. But it doesn't give you much of a break, does it? You've just finished last year, and you've got to start again.
Right, I mean, I don't know if it makes such a big difference, 1 week less of a break or 1 week more. You're making it sound like it's 3 months or something, but it's not. You know, we're used to the short break, and actually it's somewhat ongoing for me. It's true I didn't have sort of the 2 weeks I usually take at the end of the season, but it was like 8-9 days. And then I had a few more over Christmas because we were home in Switzerland in the snow, which was beautiful. And you know, so we did a bit of a different build-up this year, and my big break is actually going to come after the Australian Open, so I've got something really to look forward to in a few weeks.
Good on you, mate. Look, we are interested in, I won't keep you long, but we are interested in knowing what you think about our young Aussies. You've just played one. You've got another one in the next round, and I know that Thanasi Kokkinakis went and practiced with you for about 10 days in Dubai. Right. What do you think of him?
Great kid as well, great talent, with a lot of potential, and I hope he's going to, you know, keep working hard. I think he's got the right game to really go, you know, go deep in the big tournaments and in the rankings as well. But you know, it's beginning stages, so I could see him working hard, putting his head down and trying hard. He's a big kid, so obviously his strengths is elsewhere than maybe just in the fitness itself. But that's what he got to improve the most. And Aussies are famous for being tough, you know. So I hope this generation of players is going to do that, exactly that again, because that's what you guys were famous for forever. So it was nice spending that time with him and practicing hard, and now more Aussies coming my way with Duckworth, so I'm looking forward to playing him. I played him in 40-degree heat last year at the Australian Open, so this is probably hopefully going to be a bit different this time around.
Well, good on you, mate. Look, it's such a delight to have you. Thanks for coming back, and thanks for showing us again what you can do.
Thank you.
Well, he's so humble, he's so opinionated, and he is so brilliant. And John Millman, he's not the guy that normally makes the headlines, but John Millman, he will be news all around the country tomorrow. Federer through in 3 tight sets, and John Millman, what a wonderful performance he put up tonight on Pat Rafter Arena.